Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Homestead, Miami, Florida. We are live here for the Sim500 Esports Racing Series Midnight Thunder here once again tonight. Join with me in the booth. It is none other than Mr. Todd Chase Jr. Todd, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
How's your day
Great to
been?
be here at Homestead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's been great. It's been great. Been watching a lot of animated movies, and it's just something that I do on an occasion. So,
You watch animated movies? What's your favorite one?
Shrek, just because I like watching Donkey.
I got you. Donkey is pretty good. You don't want to know what
How
mine
about
is.
you? Oh, come on, you gotta say it.
Peppa Piggy. My favorite one. Peppa Piggy's my favorite. Yep.
Oh my
I hate my
gosh.
life. I hate my life. I'm gonna get made fun of so much for saying it like that. Anyway, we're live here from Homestead. We're gonna watch some piggies, I guess, go around the racetrack and some donkeys at the same time. Go around the racetrack here at Homestead. Todd, Homestead is a very fun track. Of course, this is not your typical mile and a half racetrack. There's not really a what is it? The dog leg, the tri-oval. It's not really your normal tri-oval.
Right. This configuration is just like the old Atlanta Motor Speedway configuration, except for I think this has a little less banking in the corners, if I'm not mistaken. But these guys are gonna try to race this track kind of like that same style mile and a half with the tri-oval, but also with a hint of like Daytona and Talladega, because the draft is very, very big at this track tonight.
For sure. By the way, we apparently cheated. That does not count. So, anyway, we'll figure it out as we go. Counts for me. But no, we are here in week 7 of the Sim500 Racing Series. Of course, Todd, this has been a fairly good season so far. If we go look at the points and stuff like that, I mean, we haven't had many back-to-back winners, if you really think about it. We've had Trey Edson, the only 3-time winner now, I guess we could say, but we've had a few different guys win week in and week out. Michael Muncie picked up the win at Talladega in a very exciting Talladega race last week. So, coming into tonight, it is right now Trey Edson on top of the board. He is leading with 36 points. Of course, this is your normal style point system. It's not a playoff race or playoff point system. So, you know about this pretty well because, if I'm not mistaken, did we run a chase in your first playoff race? I can't remember. Your first league race? I don't think we ran a playoff league race. So, you know about this pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, and when it comes down to these kinds of races, is points mean everything. So if you always have a bad night, it could ultimately come bite you in the butt like a donkey at the end of the season. So
good one. That was pretty good. Oh my God. I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze mine in. Anyway. We're working it. Right now, Tyler Dalton, Hamish Gallagher, Bobby Wetzel on top of the board with Brian Macklin and Steve Ritter is your top 5 coming into tonight. By the way, the reason why you guys might hear us say these random words, sometimes we actually get challenged to say a random word in a broadcast. It just makes us, I feel like, better broadcasters down the road and stuff. So, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen here tonight as we get ready to go mile and a half racetrack. Only 100 laps tonight. I'm curious about something though, Todd, with this new package that's in these trucks, and I noticed it in practice. We've seen 3 lanes actually work. Could you see it actually working in the race though?
I can actually see it working at certain times during the race. And what's funny about it is it's not really even running the white line on the bottom of the track. Yeah. It's actually the you got the mid high, and then your high lane up by the wall. Now, iRacing a little while ago, I mean, did they put that in this, or was it the Xfinity cars?
I know for sure it was the Xfinity cars, but I'm seeing a lot of cars run the wall now, so I'm thinking it works for these too.
Basically, what we're talking about, guys, is iRacing implemented something that is actually how do I say it?
It's called wall proximity, is what it's called.
Yeah, and it's something that the guys in real life can actually not necessarily feel, but they.
So what it is, it's going to create a bubble between the wall and the car, so you're able to run the high line, which honestly, that's what makes Homestead so famous. That's what makes Homestead so good, because it creates a bubble of air between the wall and the car, and you're able to run that high line without really worrying about getting it. Now, it is a very fine line, but if you can run it, you can win this race if you can run it.
Right. And I mean, one minor mistake and you could put yourself in the wall, and any kind of damage tonight will affect your vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we see trucks out on the track now for qualifying.
Yeah, I'm watching Dylan Slaverly right now out on, or Snaverly, I'm sorry, I said Slaverly, out on track right now, the 88 UPS. I know we got somebody that's actually cheering him on over on YouTube and stuff, going for the 88, so we're going to try to show him a little bit here for him. And we're watching Dylan come out of turn 4 to take the green flag this time.
Yeah, he tried to run up there by the wall, but I know it's hard seeing where you're at as close to the wall as you can, but he could have gotten up a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, in qualifying, I don't know if you're going to have the guys really run the wall in qualifying.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but...
I mean, it's not a horrible line. You can see where he's running. That's the line you was talking about. You're not really running on that white line like a lot of people think. You see him get really loose out of turn, middle of 3 and 4. So it's like not going to be the best, I don't think. Well, it still could be good. 34-7 and 19 puts him P4. So, yeah, he's going to be looking for a little bit more than that.
Right.
I'm sure. So we'll hop over to watch Jose Medina out there in the 24 Toyota. Working through 1 and 2. And that's the thing, Todd. With this package, you're going to see a lot of trucks get loose early on. Kind of like what we seen Wednesday, I feel like, early. But once you get about 3 laps or 4 laps on them tires, you're not really... Like, the truck is going to tighten up quite a bit here.
Right. And another thing we can see, too, is, like you just seen right there with Jose Medina, or Medina, whatever. I'm butchering your name. I should have known this by now, but you've seen him running the bottom, and the truck kind of slid towards the top and almost into the wall.
Yeah.
That's how you actually run this track.
Yeah.
Because the longer you try to keep that truck pinned in that lane, you're just going to wear your front tires out faster than what they normally do.
Yeah, I mean, Hamish Gallagher, by the way, what a lap he just put down. A 36.45 jumping tray. That's very nice. Here is the man that was fastest in practice, Tyler Dalton, coming to the green flag here in qualifying. So we're going to watch him for a moment as he is out there on track as he's going through turns 1 and 2. I'm kind of watching my live timing that we have right now, looking pretty solid. We'll have to wait and see, but
currently he's a half a second faster than our guy that's on the top of the board right now.
I think he's actually... Does it say plus on yours?
No, it just shows me green.
Yeah, show me green as well, so we'll keep an eye on this.
Out of turn 4.
Yeah, it looks like he may grab the pole here. He's going to have a chance. It did show green on my end. And top of the board, Tyler Dalton. Great lap.
Wow.
33.618. Pretty good lap. I mean, pretty close still to... Oh, well, how about that, Todd? Look who jumped up to 2nd and 3rd. And 4th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the newcomer that we was just trying to figure out how we wouldn't butcher his name, Thomas Lewandowski.
Lewandowski, or I think that's how you say it.
We're going to butcher it a lot. We're going to butcher it a lot tonight. You're from up north, up there in Maine or Michigan. Education system.
Why do you
not too
keep
great.
saying that?
Education system not so good. I'm in Tennessee. Education system a little bit better than Michigan, but Bobby Wessel goes to the top of the board. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Something we didn't expect.
No, that is very nice qualifying lap there with the 33 car. Oh gosh. Brian Macklin out on track, by the way. He does have time to finish this 1 lap, so we'll watch Brian here in the 30, by the way. Brian, I think, was the winner this past week, Todd, over in the Wednesday night series, correct? Or no, I can't remember. I know he's close, but I can't remember. Are you sure? No, you're right. You're right. He did not win back-to-back. I forgot. Yeah, he did. Yep. He won at Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. I'm right up here looking at it. I know what I'm doing, Todd. I sometimes get lucky with stuff like that.
Yeah, I know you do.
7th place for Mr. Macklin. Michael Muncie not qualifying. So that is going to set the grid. Oh, my goodness, Adam, speak correct English. Set the grid for this 25 truck event race here. As we get a look here at our starting lineup, it is Bobby Wetzel, Tyler Dalton up front in row 1. Row number 2, we got Thomas Lewandowski, probably butchering that name, I do apologize. Steve Ritter in the number 16 going to be starting for us. Row number 3 in 5th and 6th, Hamish Gallagher, Trey Edson. Keep your eye on that row because the 5 and the 22 both could win this race. Brian Macklin going to be starting in row 4 alongside Kevin Stone. Good qualifying there for the 17. Gary Sexton, another truck to watch out for, versus Doug Newbiggin. Yeah.
Yep, Newbiggin.
Jose Medina, I don't know why I stared at that for so long. Scott Simley going to be starting right there in 12th in the number 12. Matt Dominique and Matthew Karakoff going to be starting in row 7. Row number 8, we got Jeremy Jones, Stoney Benfield in row 9, Ben McDonald, and Derek Stanley. Dylan Snaverly and Chris Sawyer going to be starting in 19th and 20th. Mitch Mumma, probably the best name in here. Steve Haring going to be right there in the 98. Good to see Steve back in here once again. Of course, he is the admin of this series. Michael Muncie and Jeremiah Reed. And Michael Shore, row 13. Todd, give me your picks, dude. Let's give 2 picks tonight, Todd. Something a little bit different.
Yeah, I think.
Give me a long shot and your first pick.
So, my long shot, I think I'm going to take Steve Ritter.
Okay.
And then for my good pick, well, they're both good picks, but I'm going to actually take
Better not.
I think I'm going to go Gary Sexton.
Man, how you going to take my pick, dude? All right. My long shot's going to be Hamish Gallagher. I think he's a good pick. And then my winner is going to be Tyler Dalton.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I can't believe none of us didn't pick Bobby, though.
I know.
I feel so bad.
Well, see, here's the thing. I got the bad juju when it comes to picking somebody. So
you want to wreck the other 2 guys that you picked? Is that why?
No!
You just said that.
No, not at all. You go back to watching Peppa Pig. Okay.
Let's talk about my favorite piggy. We put that in there twice now. How's that? That's pretty good. All right, pace truck ready to drop in. I'll bring them to the green flag this time. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, Todd. Say it once.
Welcome to the show.
There you go. Green flag set to come out here on this week 7 event. By the way, no race next week for this group. They have the week off. We'll take that. Pace truck drops to the left. Green flag set to wave here from Homestead, Miami. As the green flag out of the air. We're racing here for the Sim500 Esports Race League. Heading down into turn 1. Battle going to be already clear for P3 as Thomas already cleared that second truck to his outside.
Bobby Wetzel still running the bottom. Tyler Dalton running the middle.
We got one truck hard into the wall already, Todd. Up again, that was Kevin Stone. Not sure what happened, but there's hard damage to the number 17 truck. He was started off really well. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if he got...
Wow. Look at this, Tyler Dalton to the lead.
Mr. Dalton in the 19 Sim500 Chevrolet going to take that spot away. Bobby Wetzel under attack now from the 87 on the high side, Todd. Here comes Thomas.
Yep.
He takes it. Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising, Todd. We already seen, we already have an idea that the high side is going to pay off. That's the thing. We know. I did not think it would happen this early, but it did.
But, I mean, look at where these guys are running right now. I mean, except for Tyler Dalton, he's still kind of coming down close to that white line. But most of these guys are running up there, in that mid-groove. And it's actually paying off because they get that nice drive off the corner.
Yeah, I do want to mention Kevin Stone has kind of recovered, but he's back in P20 right now, so he's already done 12 spots from where he started. Here's some side-by-side for third place, Hamish Gallagher and Bobby Wetzel. Kind of drag racing down the back stretch into turn 3. And the 22.
Wetzel looks like he's going to be able to clear.
Wetzel does not clear Hammer Gallagher.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, crossover.
This is, yeah.
Time to get there. Don't worry. 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long day watching movies.
Watching Donkey.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit further back in the field, just because I know we got some fans in here of Dylan back here. He has picked up a spot, actually, right where he actually started. He's showing P19 in the UPS, right in front of the 30 or the Mitch Mama or 30 truck, who gets into the wall. A big save there. Hard damage to that 30 truck. Very nice truck, but a hard damage working the wheel, trying to make sure he stays straight. And that's the thing. Todd talked about it. That's a fine line you got to run when you're up against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it could be as easy as running too deep into the corner and not being able to slow down enough.
Yeah.
Could actually throw you into that wall. It's happened to me multiple times.
Yeah, this is one of them tracks out there for third, by the way. Some hard leaning on each other. Bobby West and Hamish Gallagher. But this is one of them race tracks. I'm going to be honest. I hate this place. I am so bad here. That's why I'm kind of glad that the championship race is never here now, so I'll never have a chance to run it.
Yeah.
This is a very tough racetrack. That's why I'm glad that they didn't change this track. You know, I'm glad it's still on the schedule. I'm not personally the biggest fan of Miami, like Homestead, like in real life, but I like the fact that it's unique compared to all the other ones. Right,
and just like you know, I for the life of me, I cannot get this place down.
Yeah.
Other places I'm okay at, I guess you could say. But
it's just like the line, like, so turn 1 entry and turn 3 entry is so flat compared to what you think it would be.
Right.
I mean, it seems like, you know, watching it, I mean, I don't know, we might be able to hop on board here. We're on board with Bobby West, so you can kind of see it is a flat entry. It's not as steep as a lot of the mile and a half would go to. So you really have to back it up a little bit more to be able to get your truck down. And you can see it going down the straightaway now, but I've always had trouble here with the entries for some reason to this track. I don't know why. I mean, I've struggled here really bad.
You know, with the way my eyes are, you know, what I normally do is I actually use the caution lights. Yeah, I say, okay, if I get my nose to that caution light, that tells me right there, okay, back it down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You know, it's kind of weird because this track kind of has the layout of a way of like Auto Club.
It does.
Yeah, but you drive it so completely different. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Auto Club. Like, even the way you drive it, but the way you enter into the corners is what's different about it. I mean, the entries of these corners is so tough. I mean, the guys that can race here, it's good. Like, if you're able to, I've never won a race here ever, and I've been on iRacing for a long time. This is one track. This may be one of the only tracks I haven't won at as far as oval goes. This is just one of them races. Now, you actually have one here, correct?
No,
you haven't won here yet either. Passed, by the way, Scott Sidney takes over 10th, so he is up actually 2 spots now. And we continue on. There's also right here.
Battle for the lead is starting to heat up as well.
There we go. We'll jump up to that. This is Thomas Wondrowski and Tyler Dalton. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know, like I said, it's just one of those tracks that I really like. I mean, I don't mind it personally, but as far as me racing on it, I'm good. I don't need to race it. By the way, Thomas Wondrowski is not new. He's actually been here it's his third start.
Okay.
He's been here a couple races.
New for me, I guess you could say. Yeah. But
I feel like there was somebody new in here, though. Somebody else that I've seen. Maybe not. While I'm thinking about it, guys, go ahead and give the Sim500 a quick shout out. Now, this was not asked of me to do by any means. But the Sim500 Esports Racing Series is currently recruiting for their Winter Series. Now, we will be broadcasting both of our Winter Series on Monday and Wednesday, starting in November. But if you guys are interested, you could head over to sim500.com and you can click on their homepage. And you can see stuff right now. I think they got a deal on. They got a winter pass. Now, basically, this is a pay, to race. And reason why is because broadcast, and they also have, I think some trophies and stuff like that they give out and some other stuff. So basically, you can join for $40 right now for the Sim500 Winter Series, which is not bad, by the way.
Is that for both series?
I believe it actually covers both of their Winter Series. Actually, it includes 3 of their Winter Series. They have a Sunday night series that they run for Super Speedway. So
yeah, that's a really good deal.
That's a really fair deal. Not only that, they also have a Sim500 Premier Pass for 2022. It's a little bit more. It's $100, but it also allows you to race 3 series, and the races are a lot longer. You got the Trans Service Cup Series, which is a big time series in iRacing. That's 39 races, by the way, which we'll be covering. I don't know if we are or not. I don't want to say that because I don't know if we are or not. So, but also it also covers our Wednesday night series and our Sunday night series for next year. So, I mean, definitely check them out, sim500.com, and you can see all the information on the website and stuff.
Meanwhile, you were talking about that stuff. We had a good battle for the lead there. Tyler Dalton still was able to hold off Lewandowski. But here he is looking on the inside again, going to bring Gallagher with him.
Yeah, and he's running a little bit lower than what I expected him. He's actually running below that first seam, which pretty impressive being 15 laps in.
Right, and I've noticed this while you were talking as well. Look who's dropping back. Bobby Wetzel.
Yeah, Bobby Wetzel.
Dropping back all the way to 8th.
Yeah, and he's struggling right now down 7 spots. One guy that has moved up quite a bit is Trey Edson. He's actually in the battle now for this lead. He's actually looking for 3rd at the moment. Biggest mover at the moment, we will go ahead and say Chris Sawyer and Ben McDonald, both up 5 spots at the moment. Here's Trey Edson side by side. This is a good battle right here for the lead with 4 cars, trucks.
Oh, yes. And that's what you get out of running the top is you've seen Dalton with a big run coming out of 2 was able to pull right back up next to the 87, but ultimately it looks like the 87 is going to clear him and take over the lead.
Yeah, and here comes the 19 kind of back on the outside.
Yeah.
Better watch out for his 5 truck. I feel like he's on the rails at the moment.
Yeah, he kind of looks like it. He's able to roll the center of the bottom very, very well.
I don't know how many championship trophies Trey Edson has won, but I will say in 2020 he won the Trans Service Cup Series championship, which apparently is pretty good. And he also won the Kick-Ass Beef Jerky Truck Series that we cover on Wednesday nights now for the Snap Mobile, but he won that last year as well. So he's a multiple-time champion. I think he's got like 4 or 5 championships in here, give or take a little bit on that, but he's had quite a few.
Right, and that's great being. I don't know how long he's been in the series, but to me, when I see a guy that's got at least 5 or 6 championships in one series, to me that makes him a veteran.
Yeah.
In a way.
Excuse me, 100% on that. I will 100% agree with that. I was sitting here actually looking. Scott Simley, who's in here right now.
Yep.
He is making his 628th start in this series tonight.
Holy cow.
You ain't going to believe who number 1 is. And we broadcast him still. And I had and he's number 1 by quite a bit. Chad Coleman.
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be Chad Coleman.
805 starts, Todd.
Wow. That's a long time.
This is Bobby Wetzel. This is his 488th start in here tonight. I mean, there's a lot of guys that's been in this series a long time.
Yeah.
And they're still in here. That's the thing. I mean, I'm sitting here looking. I like to see how many starts that, like Trey has had. I don't see. I'm going to have to keep looking here. They have had over 918 drivers in this series at least compete one race.
Wow.
Trey Edson making his 286th start here tonight.
So, yeah, see, that's... For him to be able to have that many championships...
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking. So he's got 50 average. He's got 50 wins in his series. He got his 50th win last week, by the way, which I did not know. He's got 157 top fives out of 285 starts. His average finish is 9.62. That is impressive.
Wow.
That's very impressive. He has led 4,266 laps and has driven over 39,000 miles.
Wow.
39,000 miles, Todd.
That's a lot of miles.
And that's him. Imagine. Oh, we got a battle right here, by the way, for the lead.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go
Gallagher.
back and look. We got a wreck?
No, I don't think so. I don't see one.
Pit stops. Matthew Karakoff's on pit road.
That's a little early.
Seems early, yeah. It seems a little early to me.
You know, and that's one thing we actually have not brought up yet tonight, and it's still a little too early to talk about that because we know these guys probably have like 3 or 4 sets of tires, just like Wednesday night. You know, typically these guys normally run about I'm gonna say an average between 60 and 70 laps on a tank of gas. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I need to check. What's the fuel load for this? Is it only 75% for here?
I believe it is 75%, but Gallagher going to go slingshot engage to the lead for the moment. And he's able to clear Lewandowski.
Rob Staverly wants to know which one of us is the pig and which one is the donkey.
Oh, you're definitely the pig.
I'm the piggy?
Yeah, you're the little piggy.
Makes me feel so great.
Because I don't mind being an ass.
Well, at least you're honest, Todd. At least you are honest.
So,
ask either one of our girlfriends that, they would probably agree.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Uh,
That is funny. But I was sitting here looking at just at some of these stats, Todd, with Chad Coleman.
Yep.
He has 39. I'm sorry, not 39,000. 111,000 miles.
Oh my lord.
How big
That
is
is
the
a
Earth?
long.
How many miles is the Earth?
I have no idea.
It's more. It's less than that. Right? Like it's got to be. Yeah, the Earth is only 24. Earth is only 24,000 miles. Only, but it's 24,000 miles. Yeah, it's only 24,000 miles. He has done enough to go around the Earth 4 times.
Yep.
All right, Chad, we're gonna have to talk about how much you race.
Yeah.
Like you might be on here a little bit too much.
Kind of reminds me of an old N64 game called Cruising the World, which I absolutely played the crap out of.
I think I remember that.
It's a really old game.
Oh man, biggest mover right now is Chris Sawyer, Steve Harry, Michael Muncie, 6 and 7 spots up. I don't want to say the biggest dropper because we've had pit stops and stuff like that. So
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I can see us honestly going to lap 35 before we hit pit road. With 75% fuel, I think 35 is fair to say. You may be able to go a little bit longer than that. You may be able to make 50. Honestly, we're not sure.
Right.
That's the thing. We're not 100% sure. But tire management here, I'm kind of curious on what their tires would be because you know their tires are getting wore out. I mean,
Right,
and
I would guess the longer you stay out and the more the tires get worn out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna run the bottom. You're gonna run the top because you know you're gonna get looser and looser on old tires.
Is that a
lot
word?
Easier than looser.
Yeah. It is tonight.
It is tonight, I guess. Hey, leave me alone.
Michael Muncie on pit road too, by the way. So we're starting to see some guys come down pit road. Todd, did they have to pit at turn 3 here, or no? Can they drop straight off now?
I believe they can come straight off of turn 4.
I think so too. I know in the past you had to come down the access road. But...
Right. Which I absolutely hated.
I do too. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Here's a good battle right here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Brian Macklin, Steve Ritter, and Don Newbegin. Kind of good here. Boats of 1629 going to the low side. You ever seen the track racer at Trek Racer? You ever seen that before?
No.
If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to look this up to make sure, but I believe. Yeah, it's a sim rig. That's what I thought. For some reason, I thought it was something else.
We got a yellow.
Oh, did we?
Yep.
Flag out in the air. Mitch Mama has issues on the
Oh,
back
boy.
And I bet you he just left pit road.
I bet you he did.
Or it's definitely. Oh, well, he didn't leave pit road, but he goes for a spin. What causes that, Todd? He just left pit road a second ago.
Cold tires.
There you go. Cold tires, never your friend. Hard contact to the wall. And Mitch Mama's not, unfortunately, probably still going to be able to continue, but that's going to hurt you a little bit. So, pretty good timing for a caution. Almost able to get to the green flag stops, but overall, pretty good timing there. Hamish Gallagher so far out front in your race lead at the moment in that 22 truck.
Yep, and running right behind him as we're working caution flag number 1. 31 laps in the books. You got Gallagher leading, Lewandowski running second, Edison running third, Tyler Dalton fourth, Brian Macklin running fifth, Steve Ritter sixth, Doug Newbigging running seventh, Gary Sexton eighth, Scott Simley ninth, and Ben McDonald running 10th.
And Detroit Lions running 26th.
Oh, another letdown tonight. But that's not as bad as what your Eagles have done. How can you tie with literally the worst team in the league?
In a preseason game.
It don't matter.
No, that's what's bad about it. It's a preseason game, but we still tie. You go for a 2-point conversion, something. Pit stops are underway. Here you go. Dalton sliding into his box.
And that's another thing we got to worry about too. Is you got hot, slick, greasy tires coming down a cold pit lane and cold pit stall.
Yeah, a lot of guys will slide through that box that first time, not knowing what to expect. Good race off pit road there. 22 going to be followed by the 87, the 5, the 30, the 29, 19, 16, 48, 23, and 12. Pretty good race there off pit road. That's something I want to see more of, and I need to have my cameras kind of set up a little bit better for that.
Right at the line there?
Yeah, the thing is, we don't really have a lot of cautions in any of the leagues we broadcast, you know?
No, these guys are very, very good at not bringing out yellows.
Yeah. So we don't get to see a lot of, caution yellows. Like, that's the thing, like caution pit stops.
Right.
I'm kind of glad we got to see some finally. So anyway, while this is still going on, we did mention, by the way, track temp was 95 degrees here tonight.
That's not terrible.
No, not bad at all. FYI for you guys, I will be live Sunday night for the American Sim Racing League. I think, how many more races we got?
I think this is their championship week.
It is their championship week, I do believe.
Now, how many weeks are they off until they begin their new season?
I'm not sure on that one yet. Probably a week. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But Johnny Avila, Stevie, and Chatham, Master Wayne Hunt, all four going for a championship. That's going to be a heck of a championship battle.
Yeah, and it's going to be right here at Homestead.
Yeah, so that'd be fun over in the Xfinity car. So that'd be fun. And then I will be back live on Tuesday for a new series called URL. You guys see that on the loading screen. We'll see how that one goes. Maybe we can get Todd in there. They're in the playoffs right now, though. So we'll be doing that. And then we'll be actually broadcasting them guys full-time next season, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back on Wednesday for the Sim500 playoffs again. Once again, from Todd, help me out, from Dover.
Dover, yes,
Dover,
you're right.
Which I'm looking forward, really looking forward to that one. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually very much looking forward to Dover. And then Red Sox Racing League is going to be starting back up soon on Thursdays.
Yeah, they've got, what, another
Maybe
two weeks?
Maybe, yeah, before we start back. So be back some road racing in a couple weeks with them. Looking forward to that. So, but we got some series ending, just like this one is going to be ending here soon, which I don't know how long they take break for or whatever. I haven't really talked about it much with them. But very much looking forward to that. I'll have to wait and see.
Pace lights are now off the pace truck as we're starting to double up for the restart. Gallagher looks like he's going to take the inside for the restart.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Fresh tires. The thing is, you got to be careful. Cold tires.
Right.
I mean, we have been out there for about a lap now on some of these cold tires. That does help a little bit under caution, but still got to be extremely careful here. We already know that. So here we go. Pace truck ready to drop in. Todd, bring it.
Pace truck drops down to pit road, waiting for green flag to come back out, and green flag is back out here at Homestead.
Outside
Gallagher
lane,
with a really good start.
Outside lane caught a little bit sleeping just a little bit. Todd, I got a question for you real quick. And
Okay.
Oh, we'll talk about it here in a minute. Let's get this out of the way. There you go. Big wreck. Big wreck. 19 involved. 30 involved.
Oh, man.
Yeah, more. There's just more. Dylan Snaverly involved. I mean, multiple trucks going to be out of this one. They are piled up. I'm talking 7 or 8 trucks involved, including Tyler Dalton.
Oh, and I guarantee it's got something to do with tires.
Yeah, we're going to have to kind of find him here and go up. And hard contact right there. Dylan really nowhere to go. And here's what happened. Yeah, 30 got loose. Cold tires. Dalton tags him. The 48 goes airborne apparently with wings. The 82, I mean, there's a lot of trucks that have blown up and is out of tonight's race. I don't even know who all was actually in this one.
We'll just say a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot. A lot of cars stopped. Like the 95 completely stopped. The 98 did too. So there was some cars that was involved that we didn't actually, that didn't get involved that we thought was involved.
Mm-hmm.
But, what was I going to ask you? I don't even know.
Don't worry, it'll come back to you.
Have you done the crate walk challenge? Have you done it?
No, and I will not do it.
Hey, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do the crate walk challenge.
Okay.
We have to get to... How many subscribers we got on YouTube right now? I'll find out. Give me a second. I'll find out. And I will record it and post it live. And when I break my neck, you know what? I'll probably can't do that actually.
No, you probably.
I got short legs. Never mind.
You don't know. Not only do you have short legs, you also have short arms. So.
No
comment from that?
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I used to like you. You used to be my friend. Everybody makes fun of me now. I feel like I'm going to have to die from up when I get old. I'm literally going to be like 4'7".
Well, yeah, you're already, 4'8"?
Okay, Todd. Taller than that. I don't like nobody.
Oh, man. So, working our section of the night. Top 2 has not really changed. Actually, top 5 really hasn't changed. You got Gallagher still leading. Dalton was in the top 5. Gallagher leading. Lewandowski still running second. Trey Edson running third. Newbigging running fourth. Steve Ritter 5th. Scott Simley 6th. Jose Medina 7th. Jeremy Jones 8th. Dylan Snavely now in the top 10 and 9th.
Dylan
Michael
was
Munson running 10th.
So Dylan was interesting to me because he actually got hit in that wreck, but no damage. So it's kind of like a net code hit for him, which is great because he finds himself inside the top 10. He's actually up 10 spots from where he started. A lot of guys actually up after that wreck, and that's bad for the guys that wrecked, good for the people that made it through it.
Right.
It looks like Tyler Dalton's not probably going to be. He's already 2 laps down, so
yeah.
Unfortunately, probably go.
Yeah. If I'm him, there's no point in being if you're already 2 laps down, there's no point in really just trying to run
unless
laps.
you're trying to get points. I mean, that's the thing. If you're not really close in points, it don't really make too much of a difference.
Yeah. So, pace light should be coming off the pace truck this time around. As you see these guys starting to double up again.
Here we go. After, what is that, Todd? Our second caution, you said?
Yes, sir.
So there you go. So we're coming back to lap 40 here tonight. So far,
Going by pretty fast.
Yeah, so far the race has been.
I think what helped with it going by so fast is that first 30-lap green flag run.
Yeah, I feel like the race has kind of been what we expected in a way. Agree?
Yeah.
Or has it been a little bit different than what you expected?
No, I believe it's what we expected.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, the intensity is going to start ramping up here once we get, once we hit lap 75 to
once
80.
That next pit stop really happens, especially if it's a green flag pit stop.
Right.
So, we'll see how it plays out, though. Pace truck is ready to drop out. You get us back going here in just a moment. We're about 10 laps away, by the way, from a turn it up segment, just so y'all know.
Green flag back out in the air here at Homestead. Gallagher with another good restart. Edson going to try to look for second, going down into turn 1.
Yeah, that outside lane getting caught sleeping quite a bit tonight.
Yeah,
gonna be able to take that.
And I can't get mad at that because I'm the same way. But
yeah, it's tough. I'll be honest. I hate starting on the outside unless I'm the leader. I hate it. Which I ain't the leader very much anymore because I don't race enough anymore.
Right.
So, I wouldn't know what
But
that's like.
Here's another bad thing about having a bad restart. Look at Lewandowski already back down to 4th now.
Yeah, right now battling Scott Simley. Scott on that inside line, but you see that 87. Watch for the run he gets here.
Crossover move.
That was a awesome job right there by him. That was cool to watch. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Don't know if he's going to be able to take it.
I don't know.
12's going to get a pretty big run down the straightaway, but not really much he can do with it. The truck right in front of him. Yeah, he's going to be able to clear his 87. Good battle right here, though.
Yeah. And now I believe that's going to allow the top 4 to break from the rest of the field.
Jonas Snelly, by the way, has dropped back a couple spots. A little bit of blinking issue there on the 88, but back to 15.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it happens. They've all been there, for sure.
Yep. Trey Edson looking for the lead. Not going to try to take it in turn 1. He's going to back his corner up, try to get that exit off of 2.
Speak now, Todd, between He Says and the Taylor Swift Toyota. Todd's favorite singer of all time.
No, that would be Derek's.
Oh, man. Derek, don't get Derek started. He'll come in here and start singing it. If he hears his name on this broadcast, you know he'll pop in to sing it.
Oh, yes, he will.
Randomly. Right in the middle of the broadcast, he just hears something singing Taylor Swift. Single file, by the way, for about the first, 9 cars?
Yeah, about 8 or 9. And here we go. Battle for the lead, heating up. Edson's starting to search for some extra speed in this racetrack to try and get around Gallagher.
I feel like he's going to have to do with what we seen the 87 do a moment ago. Kind of go high or a little bit, maybe try to dive it in. Or just try to do what he's doing right now and get a big run out of the corner and try to get the 22 to mess up a little bit.
Right. And I can actually also see him doing that, but then about midway down the backstretch, basically bring out an old move from the movie Talladega Nights, slingshot engaged, as Edson momentarily going to clear Gallagher
Worst movie
for the
of all
race
time.
lead.
Worst movie of all time, by the way.
Yeah. There are some good moments in there.
There is, but it's such a bad movie. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me saying that. That was such a bad movie. Trias are going to take the lead out of turn number 2. Sliding up.
Yeah, but Gallagher's going to have a good run coming off of 2.
I'm going to be looking at
running that high lane.
Scott likes what he sees, by the way. The 12 is actually liking this because he's just riding.
Buddy. Yeah, he's just riding right now, but look at them big runs that he's getting off of these two. Unfortunately, he's not able to do anything with them right now because the minute he goes on either side of these guys, it's going to stall his run out completely.
We're on board right now with the 12 car. You see Trey right there, the big run to the center of the corner. Going to clear that 22, almost a contact point between 12. Drag racing that back stretch there,
You know, I kind of feel like iRacing needs to start putting some type of drag racing into the service now.
If they ever put drag racing in service, I would never leave.
No, I would be on all day, every day.
Yeah, that is one thing that I've always wanted is a legit drag racing sim. And that would be so fun.
I mean, yeah, some people may get bored of it because all you're doing is going into the garage or, you know, basically staying in your pit or whatever. But
I don't think I get bored with it.
You don't think so?
I don't think I could get bored with it. I grew up in a drag racing, friends and family and stuff. So,
right.
You know, for somebody, and a lot of guys, like, okay, I live in Bristol, you know that. But the drag strip here, everybody talks about the racetrack here, but our drag racing here is popular, really popular here. I mean, especially with locals.
Now, the hardest thing I will say if they do bring in drag racing is going to be seeing that tree.
Yeah. Not only that, it's going to be interesting, you know, what kind of cars can you drive? Because I don't know how many NHRA teams will let racing scan, to be honest, because a lot of teams like keeping that secret. So, could they do it? Yeah, they definitely get somebody to let them do it.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Imagine a wheel spin, though, trying to balance out. With that much power, that'd be ridiculous.
It would be insane.
Yeah. It'd be fun to do, though. I ain't gonna lie. It would be a blast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, would we probably lack a little bit in broadcasting those? Yeah.
Yeah, you would 100% would.
Because, you know, it's nothing like this, as we're seeing a battle for second again. Gallagher looking to the inside of Simley.
Black car right here. Tyler Dalton. Yeah, Gallagher, that really helped Gallagher right there, kind of using the 19 a little bit as a small pick. That's the thing, a lot of guys don't like doing that, but I've always been a fan of guys doing that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just you being extra, maybe a little extra aggressive.
Yeah.
In a way, but.
Well, as we stay green here on lap 51, do we want to go turn it up or wait a little bit? What do you think?
I think it'd be a good time to go turn it up. I mean, everybody's pretty much running single file, spacing out a little bit.
All right, so turn up your volume. We'll be back here in a few laps. You guys enjoy.
Welcome back. We've got a battle for the lead. We got Trey Edson trying to hold off Hamish Gallagher. And one thing I noticed, Chapman, as we were in that little segment, these guys are now trying to move around this track, and I think tires are starting to wear off.
Yeah, we're almost 29 laps into this run for our race leaders. So, man, I think you're kind of right. I think that the tires are really failing now, or starting to fail. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I thought 30 would be a long time to go on these tires, and we're right there at that. I feel like after 15 or 20 laps, these tires are pretty much shot.
Right.
So, but I will say, I'm impressed with a couple of these guys. Hamish is really impressing me. Like he's doing an excellent job at that 22 truck.
Yeah, and I mean, just like we were talking about earlier at the top of the show, how this track doesn't normally run like an actual or a typical mile-and-a-half racetrack. None of our leaders have actually been able to get out from this field. I mean, everybody's been staying, basically under like 4 tenths.
Yeah, honestly, and that's saying a lot because I don't think people quite understand what this track is doing to these tires. So to kind of explain it, and Todd, you can chime in if you need to and maybe fix anything I'm saying wrong.
Okay.
Because you've raced these before or later than I have. Like you've been in here, more often than I have. So usually in these trucks, you start off with a 100% tire. Everybody knows that. Usually you can run pretty wide open in these things for the first few laps. Now this track's a little bit different, because of the track it is. But this track, where it is such a unique track with the turns being more flat, kind of, especially on entry, you tend to burn. And here we go to 22. My gosh.
Wow.
My Lord.
What a run. I seen that formulate coming out of 2.
That was impressive. And holy cow.
That was just like textbook.
Yeah, you're not going to... He set that up. He's been setting it up for a while. But usually 30 laps, Todd, you're probably already down to like 70 or 60% on tire, I would guess, correct?
I would guess. I mean, yeah, because now this track isn't really as abrasive as some of the tracks. Yeah. Places like Atlanta, you can only run
30 laps max.
Max. Yes.
You're all pit
road. This, I guess the way in the real life, how they explain it is kind of like taking a tire and a cheese grater and running it across that tire.
Yeah.
That's basically what Atlanta is very well known for.
Atlanta,
just like Auto Club.
Yeah. Any of the older style.
Right.
Where the surface is really wore down.
Right. Now this place, I believe it was reconfigured in what? 03, 04? And I don't think they've repaved it since then. Because remember, this track did not actually have this amount of banking in it. It was really flat, just like New Hampshire.
So this track opened in 1998, which we know. I need to figure out when was the last repave that they've had. There's several configurations because they also run a road course race here.
Right.
Stuff like that. So, so this track actually opened in '95 though.
Right, but it didn't come to NASCAR until '98.
Yeah, because they used to run a kart series here. That was the first race for the kart series. Was in '96. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's paved once, right?
Yeah, and I believe that was either, like I said, 2003 or 2004. It was when Bill Elliott was still running the Cup Series with Ray Evernham.
Yeah,
it was between him and Bobby Labonte.
Let's see. The first, I don't have the first win, but most wins here is Greg Biffle and Tony Stewart, which I knew Biffle won here a few times.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah, this has been a really good Roush.
It's been a good Ford track in general.
Yeah.
which honestly, that's why I'm kind of glad to see them leave here. I mean, nothing against them whatsoever, but kind of mix it up a little bit.
I mean, once they reconfigured it from the flat oval that they had, the racing was really good, but now it's starting to kind of die off again in a way.
The track was resurfaced in 1998. When it got resurfaced, or the new layout, should I say.
I thought it was a little later than
I
that.
thought it was too. Unless I've just seen it wrong. Length was referenced to the old rectangular layout in 1998. Oh, until the last cart round. You don't actually say. I don't really know what it was. I wish I could tell you, but I don't really know. I'll find it, but
Right.
So pit stops should be getting ready to happen here, though.
Yeah, and I've noticed our top two has definitely grown their lead on our third place guy. Now it's like almost 4.5 seconds back to third.
I will say we've had some pit stops. Thomas Wojrowski, Dylan Snaverly, Jeremiah Reed has been in, Michael Muncie, Matt Dominic has been in. Right now, none of the top 12 has hit pit road. So we're going to be looking at pit stops. Honestly, if a lot of these guys, if you can't make it, go ahead and hit pit road. Here we go. Some guys up front pitting. A lot of guys up front pitting.
Yep, New Bigging.
Yeah, New Bigging. Steve Ritter, Jeremy Jones. Even the 87, Thomas Wojrowski has actually came down pit road. And something happened here. Michael Shore. Okay, that was earlier. Never mind. Thought he only took 2 tires. So now our top 9 have not been on pit road.
Right, and if I'm them guys, if I'm them guys, fourth I'm back, I start coming down.
Yeah, pit now.
Pit now, because then you will gain an advantage on these two leaders.
Yeah, I mean, you see the 87. Remember, he was running with these guys, and you see the advantage he's going to have. I mean, he may come out with the lead after all this is said and done. For how long, we don't really know. It could work out. Here we go. We may see no.
Nope.
Don't we see that time?
They're both going to stay out.
That's the thing. You don't want to stay out too long because it will hurt you. We've seen that happen a few times this season, guys.
Right. And it kind of looks like they're trying to work together in a way, because right now they both have a 7-second lead. Well, it was a 7-second lead over third place now, Scott Simley. I wonder if they're trying to work together to extend that lead out a little bit more, so that when they do come down pit road, they don't lose as much time.
Do want to mention Jose Madonna has had an issue in here. The both leads. Look at this. Look at the 5.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to get caught.
Oh,
he's
that's
close.
I don't think he planned on coming down pit road until the last second.
This is going to be very close for Trey Edson. Something we're going to have to watch here as the 5 is going to pull into that pit box. Probably see 24 leaving. That's Jose Madonna. Watch him slide through the box. You got to be careful. But Jose got caught with speeding and I think an entry penalty as well. So he had to come back down, unfortunately, for the 24.
Right. So that's going to put Chris Sawyer up in the lead.
Trey Edson not caught speeding. So here's the race right here. Look at this. Trey is going to win the race off pit road. Now, all this is going to shape up. Now, Chris Sawyer can stay out for another, about 3 more laps. But Thomas Wojrowski is going to have a pretty big lead here once all this shapes up. I mean, the 87.
Yeah, it's going to be about 7 seconds.
Yeah. So that's something we got to kind of watch. Michael Shore on pit road now to 35. So we're watching Chris Sawyer in the 25.
And if I'm Chris Sawyer, I come down now.
Yeah, I think you're in that situation where it depends how many more laps he can go. It's like...
Right. Looks like Herring is coming down.
It's one of the things, like, if you stay out, there's a good chance you could, because we've seen that before. You could get lucky, but the thing is,
right.
If you stay out too long, like these guys, you're not going to get a caution. You're just going to eat you up. Steve Harding has missed his pit box, by the way.
That is not good.
Yeah, he backed it up, so he is good now, but he did have to back up. Here comes maybe the 25 this time. Yes. So all this is going to shape up to where Thomas Wojcicki is going to be out front.
Yep.
Like, we know that 100% certain. Indy 87, yeah, he's going to have about a 5.5 second lead over Doug, and then Trey is about, 6 seconds or so back. But Trey's going to have a big lead over Hamish Gallagher right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 1 full second between, well, now things have kind of changed, but ultimately, Lewandowski's enjoying basically almost a 5.5 second lead.
Yeah, that's something I want to mention. Somebody commented over here, Rob did, over about Dylan. Now, Dylan's still kind of new to this in the 88. His I rating's still kind of lowish right now. He's getting a pretty good I rating. Like, it's getting up there. I noticed it looking at him a minute ago. But besides that, for being a new guy, he knows how to race. Like, he's not bad. And he's just going to get better. Yeah. That's the thing. He's going to get way better. And I know it's kind of off topic what we were talking about, but it just brings me, when we first started racing, Todd, you know this. I mean, none of us, when we really starts that great. I mean, let's just be honest.
Well, I mean, here's an example I'll give you. When I ran Red Sox for the first time, when they did their summer series, where it was only 6 races, I was not the greatest, but some of the races that you've seen, you could see the progress being made, and that's just a product of running with some guys that, they're a lot faster than you, but at the same time, they're teaching you how much further you could push that car.
He's in the right series, they'll get better, because I'm sitting here looking, he joined in June just of this year, so he's only been racing now for a little over 2 months. I mean, man, you talk about a series to get good in. The amount of talent that's in this series, and you're going to get better by running against better guys. You're not going to get better by running against guys that's lower. You're just not. It'll get your confidence higher if you're running against guys with lower I ratings and you win a lot. It gets your confidence, which is great. You need that. But when you go out and get your butt spanked a couple times or get your butt kicked a couple times and then racing around these guys like Trey and all these other guys, I mean, honestly, you learn a ton racing off these guys.
Right, and some people will just say, you know what, I'm tired of getting my tail kicked every single week, but to others, that's just more incentive to pick up the pace.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And it's all weird because I've seen real life drivers race on here, and Todd, you have too. We know a couple of them.
Yeah.
But they just, honestly, they just don't get it. I mean, is it like real life? It's not like real life. It's the closest thing to it.
Right.
But it's not. We broadcast a couple guys. I forgot what league it's in. And we've asked him, be honest. That's why I asked him one night in an interview. I said, be honest, is this like driving real life? He said, my real life racing helps me more in here than this does my real life. And that's pretty big to say. Now, like he said, it's the closest thing you're going to get. So, it's not exactly the same by any means. But just because real life drivers are not good in here, don't mean you can't be. I mean, everybody's either going to be good or you're not. Like, I'll be straight up honest. Am I the greatest? No, I'm not the greatest. Have I won? Yeah, I've won plenty. But the more time you put in, and Todd, you've done that. You've won championships against some really good people.
Yeah, I've got 3 championships that, I'm still not the greatest out there.
Yeah, and you're just getting better. That's the thing. So that's what I thought about when I was looking at Dylan. He's in the 14th right now. His wreck awareness is pretty good because he made it through that one wreck, and he really had nowhere to go, to be honest. So that's the thing. It's just like little small things. And the biggest thing I could tell any new driver that wants to learn, tire management. That's the biggest thing for any driver. I don't care who you are.
Right, and we're trying to work with somebody on our team right now. I'm not going to call him out, but he's still working on it. He's getting a lot better at it, But
Tire management's key, especially in races where you
yes,
don't have a lot of yellows like this.
right. And I mean, since we started talking about this conversation or this subject, in a way, Trey Edson has ate up that lead basically in half now to the 87.
He's running about. I don't know what he's going to run this lap because he's got an 89 right here beside him, but I mean he's ripping into it pretty good. I will say Gallagher was faster last time than Trey though.
Right, but I mean right now it looks well. I guess that lap was about even.
Well, it wasn't that big. 4/10 difference. I mean that's the thing. I think he's going to catch him.
Oh, he's definitely going to catch him because now that lead for Lewandowski is now 1.7 seconds.
It's 1.5 now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to catch him. I do want to go ahead and say shout out to Michael Muncie. He's our biggest mover of the night so far, up 14 spots. So good for him. Coming back pretty solid after a win last week.
I mean, if I'm the 87, I try to start changing up my lane.
Yeah, you're
try to find a little something extra to keep this gap between the 5 and yourself.
Man, Trey runs that bottom right now so well.
I know.
But I like watching new drivers. I love watching new drivers come into iRacing. Like I do. That's something I always look for is new drivers when they come into iRacing. One is to see if I can get them on my team, but two, mainly just to see how much they improve.
That's where I like. Yeah. I like saying, okay, this is where you're at now. Here's some things you can improve on. Let's work on those, and then
see where you're at. 5 to 10 races.
Right. And watch that 5th or that 10th race and see how much they've improved.
Yeah, I mean, we all criticize ourselves when we're actually in the truck. I think all of us do, especially when we race. When you actually get outside the truck and really watch your race, not the broadcast, watch your race where you're just watching you.
Yeah.
And learn little things. You don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing, but you can learn little things by doing that.
Now, I will personally say, as now the lead is now down to 8/10 for the 87, I will say I am more of a whiner when things are going wrong when I'm in the truck than when I'm sitting here watching the race over, seeing what I can improve on.
Yeah. I think all drivers are whiners. No matter who
well,
I've yet to meet a driver that don't complain. I'm serious. Everybody on their team complains.
Yeah. I think the worst one is... Who do you think's the worst one?
Probably me. Oh God.
You're not bad.
I don't race that much anymore, so it ain't too bad, but probably Derek.
No, it's not Derek.
Probably Joe, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
It is Joe.
Joe does
It is Joe.
He took it so bad hearing that.
And the funny thing is, he can't really defend himself right now, but he will actually agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the last time I tried spotting for him...
He's horrible. Get somebody spot for you.
He don't listen worth a darn.
So right here's a good learning experience for Dylan right here. The 87 and the 88. This is a good learning opportunity from him. You know, he's not blocking the leaders. He's done exactly what he's supposed to. Yeah, he's going to go lie down, which sucks. But I mean, he is 14, which ain't bad. But falling behind these guys after they get around you, learn from them then. Like right now, good opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, knock, knock, look who's at the door. Trey Edison is now basically under a 10th behind the leader here for the 87.
Yeah, he's going to be trying to set this up within the next 2 or 3 laps, I feel like. He'll ride here for a moment.
I don't think so. Yeah, he's gonna look right here. Not gonna do it.
Watch the,
And we
yeah,
got a yellow.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what the yellow is actually on.
This is gonna change everything now.
Yeah, that's a big break there for Thomas. I think the yellow might be on Tyler Dalton. I swear, Tyler Dalton pulls onto the track and puts his brakes on at the end of pit road, and I think that's what caused the yellow.
Wow.
Wow. That's a weird yellow, but okay. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So Lucky Dog, by the way, goes to Dylan. He's going to be back on the lead lap, so big break for the 88.
So now what do you do if you're the 87?
Man, you got to pit.
I think so too.
I think you have to pit here. I think everybody has to pit. I mean, you may have a couple guys that might not, but it's not going to work out if you don't pit. I think you got to pit. You got to do you on this one. I feel like.
Yeah, and I mean when we go back green, as we see guys coming down pit road now, we're only going to go green with like maybe 3 or 4 laps to go.
Yeah, it's going to be basically kind of like a green white checker. You know,
Yeah.
like 4 laps, 3 or 4 laps maybe. I'm going to say 3 laps probably. So everybody is on pit road. Nobody's staying out. I mean, you can't stay out in this. Honestly, it just wouldn't work. This is going to be a big race off pit road here.
Did the 16? Did Bobby stay out?
Bobby, what? No, he did not. He's actually in our first pit stall.
Okay.
Race
That's
off
fine.
pit road. Trey Edson wins it.
Yep.
Big race off pit road. He was not the only one. Jeremy Jones, 2-tire stop in the 81. I mean, you got to do it. If you're Jeremy, like, it wasn't going to hurt.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you wasn't going to win. So, put yourself in a position to do something here. I like the call by the 81. It may not work out. Like, it probably won't. But do something different.
You never know. It may end up working out.
Yeah. You may be able to get a lucky break here and see. Thomas Ladrowski and Hamish Gallagher, Doug Newbigin is in 5th.
Yep.
So. Well,
So is this caution number 3 tonight?
3, I do believe. We'll double check that, but I believe it is 3. It is caution number 73.
Wake up, all right? We need you here for the next 10, 15
I can't go
minutes.
to bed. I'll be up in 2 hours. I'm going to have to try to take a nap, ain't I?
Yeah.
I feel like I am too.
So, working our third caution, Trey Edson won the pit road race. He's leading. You got the 87 running second. Jeremy Jones running third. Hamish Gallagher 4th. Doug Newbigging running 5th.
Why you say it like that?
What?
I don't know. I'm tired. Oh gosh, I was thinking.
I can tell you're getting ready to watch Peppa Pig all over again.
You have no idea. Episode 1, season 1. I ain't gonna lie, I literally think I've seen every one of them.
Oh gosh.
Can't lie.
You know it's bad when he admits it while we're live on here.
Not gonna lie. So
should be what, another 2 laps, lap and a half or so.
Should be doubling up here.
Yep, you're right.
So Todd,
Wave rounds are going by.
Curiosity, because you're my friend. How did the old Tigers doing?
I believe they're still 3rd in the division.
So they kind of stink.
Yeah, in a way, I guess you could say that.
The Yankees won 13 straight.
Well, that's because they're boosting.
Probably. Juice it up over there. Braves won again. Just first time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to that.
Did you see how they won that?
Mm.
They robbed a home run for the win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a home run of their own to take the lead, and then the same guy that actually did the home run caught the other team's home run and robbed them of it, and the bottom of the ninth or whatever it was. or top of the mountain. So they won. Pretty crazy. All right. Anyway, back to our normally scheduled program.
Yep.
3 laps
Pace
to
truck
go.
going to be looking for pit road this time by. I'm going to watch Trey Edson get a good launch, hopefully. And he does.
There.
3 laps to go here at Homestead.
If you're Thomas here, Jeremy Jones, and all of them, you really got to send it in. Kind of anxious to see how Jeremy's tires are going to do here. You got to be careful because this truck is still going to be loose. There it goes. There goes the 29. He's going to go around. We stay green for now. Hard contact there.
Not
Caution
long.
flag. Going to come out once again.
Yep.
And welcome to
overtime.
Welcome to overtime, yep. I want to see what happened here because Steve Harding, I think, got some of it. Yeah, he did. So here's a look from above. Welcome to people just killing your tires. So that's exactly what just happened, unfortunately, for a lot of these guys. Dylan Snavely made it through it, though. Kind of starting to like Dylan a little bit here. Man has good track awareness.
Right.
Really good
and
track awareness.
I'm looking at the damage of the 81. It's not the greatest, but I don't know. That may not slow him down as much.
The 81 you said?
Yeah, Jones.
Yeah, I like that paint. I mean, what's it really going to hurt now? I mean, honestly, you're still looking at a fairly decent finish with them breaks that just happened.
Right.
I mean, as long as you can keep your truck clean here, you should be okay. Gary, I was going to say Gary Sexton's your lucky dog, but he was not. So overtime. Todd, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we have 3 overtimes in this series for the Friday night series.
They have 2.
2? Okay, so that's something we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on. What do you do, Todd? I mean,
honestly, it all depends on where I'm restarting. If I'm starting on the lead, I try to go early to get a good enough launch. If I'm running second, I try to stay as close to the leader as possible to try and stay with him. But if I'm some of these guys further in the back, I try to, how do I say this? I try to anticipate the launch earlier than expected to try and keep up with your front row starters on the restart as well. Because if you lay back if you lay back a little bit, that could ultimately not let you get the run off of these front two guys on the restart.
Yes, that's something we're going to have to look at when we get going, and we haven't really mentioned this either called wheel spin. We haven't really mentioned it because there hasn't been really much of a need to mention it, but with a little bit of heat now in these tires, it's something you just kind of think of a little bit.
The one truck I'm really worried about is the 81 with having them 2 fresh. What did he take? Right side tires?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to say on that pit start.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, I mean, he's the only guy that I'm actually going to question at the moment. Only because he had that, half spinner or whatever.
Yeah, I think so, I believe.
So, I mean, I don't know. We're just going to have to see how it kind of plays out in a way, but I don't know.
So we will get ready to double back up here in just a moment as we are going to a green-white checker here for, this is our first attempt, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on here as we may get ready to double up here. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I believe pace lights should be coming off the truck this time by. Here's the thing. Looks like Edson's gonna choose the bottom lane again. So right now we're working our fourth caution. We got Trey Edson leading, Thomas Lewandowski running second, Hamish Gallagher running third, Jeremy Jones fourth, Scott Simley fifth, Bobby Wetzel sixth, Steve Ritter seventh, Chris Sawyer now back into the top 10 running eighth, Matt Dominique, we haven't really talked about him as much tonight as we have weeks past. He's running ninth, and Dylan Snavely running 10th. Pace truck going to be looking for pit road this time by
Pace truck ready to drop in here with 2 laps to go.
And there you go. Green flag back out in the air. Edson with a huge jump on the 87. And you know what? I think that gap is only going to be enough for Edson because I don't think the 87 is going to be able to catch him.
That 9 took off like a rocket, and he is now up to 6th. Wow. I don't know where Bobby Wetzel came from. Battle right now going to be really for second. I don't think right now, unless there's a big draft. Well, the 87 got a big run right there. We'll see if it closes in on the exit. Whoa, a little loose out of the corner.
Yeah. These guys are definitely pushing because we've seen most of the field kind of run up to that wall.
White flag will be out. That means that this race is official. You see the 87. Battle is going to be for second. It's Trey Edson still leading the way, still pulling the gap.
Look at that run the 87 got. Basically running the wall. I mean, he wasn't literally running the wall, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Out of turn 4. It's going to be Trey Edson looking for the checkered flag once again. 4 wins this season. He wins at Homestead. Thomas Wodrowski will finish in P2. P3 goes to Hamish Gallagher. Good run there from 22. Scott Simmons, Bobby Wetzel, Jeremy Jones, a great finish. Chris Sawyer 7th. Matt Dominique. How about Dylan Snaverly with the top 10 finish? Great run for the 88. And then Steve Ritter, your top 10. Todd, we're going to go do some interviews.
Okay.
So we will hop over and do them. And we will talk to our winners here tonight. Trey Edson puts it in victory lane. We'll watch him do some victory lane burnouts here on this one. So as Trey Edson celebrates here, we're going to start doing some interviews here in the Sim500 Esports Racing Series Midnight Thunder Series. Trey Edson puts it in victory lane after leading, how many laps? 29 laps here tonight. So a good run for him. Once again, 4 wins this season for the 5 truck. And we're going to be waiting here for just a moment to pull in a couple people. Hopefully most of these guys are in here. We may not have all of them, but we'll have to wait and see. As Trey's going to put it in victory lane here at Homestead in Miami. A big win for Mr. Edson. Once again, multiple-time championship winner in this series, showing people why, once again, he is your championship guy. First up, we're going to talk to Hamish Gallagher with the 3rd place finish here tonight. Hamish, sat him up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I do, Adam. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Probably not as good as you. You had one heck of a run tonight. Actually, to be honest, it looked like the long run was your friend. You was actually able to get around and lead a lot of laps here tonight, 32 laps led. Talk us through your night, man. It looked like it was really between you and really Trey there towards the end.
Yeah, thank you. Last time we were here, I managed to get the win over Thomas, so I was fairly confident coming in tonight. And definitely long run was a strong point. Obviously, I got eaten up there by Trey at the end on the green flag stop. Haven't done a green flag stop here in a long time, so I was a bit overly cautious. But still real happy to come away with 3rd behind those guys. Those are really good drivers.
Yeah, man. And so with the run tonight, talk about the tire management here. That looked like that was the big key here tonight in really trying to succeed here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was tire wear is killer here, so you got to have a very specific line. So I was able to make that work for me. So I was really, really happy with my run. Yeah, it's a good race for those guys.
Man, a third place finish here tonight. Great run for you. Any shout outs or anything we want to let you give out here before we let you go?
Yeah, just thank my team, Mitch Motorsports, Josh, Jason, and Daniel, Steve, and all the admin for this league. I'm really been loving racing with this league this year. It's
Yeah.
great bunch of guys, and it's really, really good job. So Steve and all the boys, and you guys for putting the broadcast on. Been watching it, and it's been really good.
Hey, thanks, man. Good job tonight, by the way. We're going to have to talk about that Taylor Swift truck, but either way, good job. All right,
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Adam.
thank you, man. We'll move it back down. We'll bring a race winner, Trenton, up in the booth. Man, I feel like you are on a rails once again. It's good to see you back in here. Talk us through your night.
Yeah, hey man. I kind of warned you 2 weeks ago. I was like, whoever always get wrecked at Talladega. Sure enough, I get wrecked at Talladega, so I didn't get to talk to you last week. The 22 there, Hamish, not sure how you pronounce his name, but he really, I think he had the field covered. He was doing things down in turn 3 and 4 that I couldn't replicate, and he was saving the right front somehow. So that was good on him, man. He had it figured out. So I was kind of just happy with second to him, and then I got on the pit road like a wild man.
Yeah, you did.
I was in there swatting flies, and then we kind of ran down Thomas, and I maintained the second gap back to Gallagher. So I was like, maybe I can get by Thomas and get a little bit of a gap, and then the 22 won't get back to me. So, but I honestly don't know if I'd have got by Thomas without that caution. I was starting to plow. I had driven the crap out of it, and I was starting to get really tight. So don't know what I would have done. He looked like he was holding a pretty steady wheel around the bottom, and there really wasn't any other groove tonight. So I don't know. I didn't add any fuel that last stop. Maybe they did. I don't know how the heck I got off pit road first. But I do think the fuel mattered right there on those like green, white checkers, because the truck was like stupid loose the first lap. Like I thought when I jumped in there to practice, I thought my son had put my wheel on like some other setting. Like I was like, what the hell? This thing is super loose. So I think not adding fuel really helped me like just be able to stay matted there through 1 and 2 while they were fighting it, and they were, I kind of gapped them. So that worked out better than I expected. I was just wanting to have a big enough gap for the draft, because the draft was huge in the front stretch, so I just didn't want them to be close enough to get some run down into the corner. So it's one of my better tracks, but that's not the line we normally run. So I was kind of lost tonight.
It kind of surprised us too, to be honest.
Yeah, me and Macklin were on our team speak together in the first run. We were like, what the hell line is this around the white line? Like, so, but to be honest with you, that the first, I don't know what that first run was, 20, 25 laps, and then the fuel run we had right after it, my tires weren't all that different as far as tire wear between running the middle line and the bottom. So maybe they've done something and there's just a little bit more grip down there. So I don't know, but add to our points lead, and it's always cool to win a race.
For sure. Off week next week, man. Everybody kind of needs that, and then we're back in here for week 8, and we go to Kentucky. The season's starting to wind down now as we are past the halfway point in it. What's your thoughts heading to Kentucky?
I'm assuming it's the new Kentucky and not the old.
I think it is too.
Bumpy one. I think I've only ran that thing maybe a time or two in the Cup car, so I don't know about the truck. We might have ran it last year in the Truck Series. I can't remember, man. It feels so long ago. But I pretty much everywhere we go, other than iRacing Speedway, I feel pretty good about. Michigan will kind of be a Daytona pack type thing, and then Atlanta will be a tire wear game. So yeah. Winding down, like you said, we need an off week. I wouldn't mind a Friday night where I can go to bed a little bit earlier. But yeah, it's looking, things are shaping up well for this segment of Midnight Thunder. So hopefully we can just keep it rolling.
285 starts tonight, dude. You pick up your 51st win in this series over Sim500. So congrats on that. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Just thanks to you for taking time out of your life to do this every Friday night for us, and Steve and Brian and Tyler and Joey and God, all the guys, all the guys in the admin booth there. They do a good job, man. They work their butts off. I know it's kind of like NASCAR. Your
Yeah.
directors and your race, your guys in the tower. They catch a lot of crap, and Joey and them catch their fair share of it. I know it, but they really work their butts off behind the scenes. So appreciate that. And you have is it Labor Day? Is that the one next weekend?
I'm gonna be honest. I think I don't even know anymore.
I think it's Labor Day, so I was good. I was good to tell you have a good Labor Day. So I hope that's the right one.
I'm gonna be working either way, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good night, man. I'm gonna wake up here in about an hour and a half. So.
Well, good luck with that. Go get you some rest while you can.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. We'll see you here in a couple weeks. All right. Next up, we're going to talk to Todd Chase Jr. Todd Chase Jr. Thoughts on the race, man?
Overall, I thought it was a pretty good race here at Homestead. I mean, we did have some pretty big names be wrecked out early in this one, but ultimately we seen Trey Edson pick up the win. What win is that? Number 4 on the season here?
Yeah, it was number 4 total so far. So, man, I don't know if anybody's going to stop him. I'll be honest.
I don't know. It looked like the 22 was able to there had it gone green like he had said. He didn't think that he had enough for him, but ultimately that's not how it played out. Trey Edson beat everybody off pit road and was able to hold off Tommy Lewandowski for the win tonight.
Man, it was a good race. I think Trey's showing why he's one of the biggest champions in here. And he's always good. Like, his interviews are always awesome. Congratulations to Hamish. I believe how you actually say his name, by the way. We say Hamish, but I believe it's actually Hamish. Congratulations to him with a third-place finish. Definitely well deserved. Congratulations to Thomas, by the way, as well. We didn't get to interview him, but he does have a win in here. He actually went back to Chicagoland. So, but that'll do it for us, though, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back on Sunday night. Y'all have a great night. Take care, as always, for Adam Chapman, Todd Chase Jr. God bless.